No justice, no peace, can I be a freedom rider? Ready to change, bringing the pain and speaking live. But yeah, power people and knowledge and then we rise up. As long as the skies up, it's the limit.
Hey man, you already know it's your boy Ken B Rock.
What's up, it's Angela Yee.
Hey yo, internets, man, this is Combat Jack. I've been fucking with Bishop Grady.
All the way from Philly, man. I'm out here in Jersey City rocking with.
I got some fuck with.
The Black Fox Newz.
Black Fox Newz.
Right now, you tune in to Black Fox.
I know, man. Black Fox Newz, man.
You're watching Black Fox News.
The real one.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Charlie Murphy,
Grady,
Dick Gregory,
Editor-in-Chief.
Lyles, Adam West,
I already know what it
Big
is,
Black,
man. I know how to get down.
All the Wombi,
100 bars are better, break it, sit down.
Nicole Robinson, Kid Fresh Ice,
Gonna do it like this,
David,
man.
Chester Bennington, Jamaria
Jersey
Robinson,
City,
and rest in
Pittsburgh,
pain,
what up, man?
David Rockefeller,
You want it like
Roger
this?
Hill. Fuck out of here, man.
Check it, we independent, no views bought, so get it straight. Just facts mixed with food for thought, so get a plate. Black Fox News, world broadcast number 8, updating live from the tri-state of the United States. April's chemical weapons attack in Syria was fake. 2 days later, Trump dropped bombs on them, he didn't wait. Raytheon missiles basically shot out from the gate, and I ain't talking out back when I say Trump had a stake. What's your fate when the highest man, red like fireman, well-known liar, early cell phone buyer can put the travel ban on those coming from the lands of Yemen, Libya, Iran, Syria, Somalia, Sudan for 90 days. And for refugees, $1.20. Never mind, they mostly women and children who run hungry. Can't trust Muslims, so you can't trust their countries. The band's still in the courts, cause they ain't get enough money. That Citizens United ruling fucked up the country. Wells Fargo robbing niggas, what the fuck they want from me? Changing people's loan terms without their knowledge. Meanwhile, I owe them chumps hella bands from college. But Trump shitted on Hillary to stay ahead of the ranks, cause old Wall Street ties are poison like when lead in the paint. But he ain't show his taxes to show the bread that he make, and hire Goldman Sachs execs to stay in bed with the banks. Goldman Sachs stock surged since he came into power and tried to hire 4 or 5 of them powers. He a fraud, always positioning his hands and fingers like he a broad, so to cash it on that wall without knowing the cause.
I'm not gonna pay for that wall. He should pay for it.
When he announced he run for prez, he paid for that applause. He won the war, almost 400 airstrikes in Afghanistan. In June, then he being sued by DC and Maryland for his conflict of interest with the business he handling.
Never in the history of this country have we had a president with these kinds of extensive business entanglements, or a president who refused to adequately distance themselves from their holdings.
Golf courses hosting pro championships. Former diplomats in Trump Towers lamping and shit. He got his kids in government on some amateur shit. Speaking for him and his companies mismanaging shit. He made the former head of ExxonMobil the Secretary of State, knowing that Russia would be fans of the shit. He put Pruitt over the EPA like he ain't understanding this shit. I picked the man that wanted to dismantle the shit, and he signed papers just to green light the lifelines, the Keystone XL and Dakota Access pipelines. Took us out the Paris Climate Accord. I see the pattern for the billionaires. By any means, he'll make it happen. They'll even suck the blood out of earth and call it fracking. Shell oil, yeah, boy, Grady never lacking. The U.S. floating through hell's waters and he the captain. Fuck Donald Trump like YG and Nipsey, that shit was cracking. This guy's apathy is off the meter. Folks want him impeached, like Park Chung-hye in South Korea. The country north of that, Trump won the war with their leader, cause they keep playing with nukes, but that tension runs deep. In the Korean War, from 50 to 53, the U.S. bombed them niggas more than they did to the Japanese. Only left a couple buildings and took out millions. Of course, North Korea strapped, they like fuck y'all feelings.
Will be met with fire, fury, and frankly power, the likes of which this world has never seen before.
Kim Jong-un ain't the only one who inherited wealth, whose rise to prominence wasn't off of merit itself. While we scramble for crumbled chips with the cards that we dealt, Donald started real estate with $1 million in help from his pops Fred Trump, who had made his way through real estate, but was also linked with the KKK. Charlottesville show how that group supporting Trump today. Before he knew they smoked weed, they were A-OK with Attorney General Jeff Sessions. Y'all know he ain't living right. Lied to the Senate, pump faking for civil rights. He is down as Vanilla Ice, another government sorcerer. Milking crime suspects for asset forfeiture, and Donald dissed him like he wasn't the homie. Anybody standing next to Trump can get the James Comey. I'm naughty by nature, I do my dirt up by my lonely, cause These niggas Michael Flynn or Mike Pence, straight phones. Like transgenders, that's military members that got fighting for Trump and Mike Pence on their agenda.
What's that mean?
I thought about that while puffing on the valley. Trump still being sued for inciting violence at his rallies. A nerdy gangster, I won't call him a snitch, but he always tweeting out his feelings like a stone cold bitch. All you do is spread hate and give fake love. You and Barron Trump probably share the same gloves. Is it makeup or does your skin color really look tangerine when you wake up? The only president to color the curve, the NAACP. You defend whites, but you ain't even a race to me. Every day you're egregious. Knew I had to get you slaughtered when I caught you on national TV hitting on your daughter.
Though she does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
We know about them Epstein parties, you could've brought her. That's why I'm streets reporter of the New World Order. I'ma keep exposing evil till the evil is checked. Even when good get enough strength to leave me a check. I look at myself in the mirror, self, at least you the best. You got bars that resonate from the east to the west. Here's some societies that's known for centralizing power through collusion, rituals, and extortion to cowards. And the slight chances from gradual power acquisition. Cause power corrupts you to put your people in position. First the Jesuits and Masons that actually live among us. Knights Templar, Knights of Malta, and of Columbus. Black nobility, Brotherhood of the Snake. Some of the Council of Foreign Relations that can't relate. Russell Trust is just a front for skull and bones. And before the presidential race came down to them alone. That's John Kerry and George Bush. Is that fair? British Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Order of the Quest, or the Jason Society, the Order from the Mormons. Can't forget the Illuminati, the Vashanaya of Afghanistan, the Kabbalah. The Pope approved the elected world head of the Knights of Malta. Ancient and mystical order of the Rosicrucians. The Rockefellers can tell you what the Bilderberg group is. The world's ballers who meet in The Hague in Switzerland, run by former Nazi Prince Bernard of the Netherlands. They had to have a vision. When all of North America, Europe, and Japan made the Trilateral Commission. We got Rosicrucians, Yale scrolling keys, and all divine nine knows the Sigma Pi Phi. And they are AKA the Boule, like William Du Bois, Arthur Ashe, and Mel K. These are the New World Order groups I verify. You determine if you should be more or less petrified. Surely there's other groups seeking control. Some stories going deep and ain't easily told. There's some full times I watching our freedoms be sold, even domestically, asking folks at Bohemian Grove. I first learned about that through Alex Jones. Now he made himself a fake news bumbling clone. You might have seen him in today's media getting chunked. You was real, but karma biting your ass for supporting Trump. You can't ride for the truth and ride for Donald. That's why the both of you clowns is looking like Ronald. You think he keep it real cause he rule. I'm not having it. A filthy elitist, and you can tell by his cabinet. For his impeachment, I don't get how you ain't adamant. Maybe bipolar folks attract like magnets. Yeah, I said it. BFN, editor-in-chief. And my bars will make them shake from the west up to the east. See, this is big facts now. Bringing folks news. Been focused, nigga. This basically fucking new. We rolling for necessities, bringing the future near. This blessings for niggas, bombs forever nuclear. Battling fuck niggas, bring flames and nuggets. Business Fortune Network to those who really want it. Being free Negroes, so we don't need heroes. This a newscaster with the flow that's beneath zero. Whose aim is to keep the people conscious. Hopefully, this ain't mistaken for no terrorist content. Facebook, Twitter, Google, and Microsoft forming a database to store terrorist content to keep the planet safe. Hopefully, we ain't becoming totalitarian. Like hopefully, POTUS ain't normalizing white Aryans. Can't chance it, so I'm deadly with the writtens. Lyrically, I just cut Trump head off like Kathy Griffin.
What? Who won Texas, man? Bishop Grady with an A for him. Here you go, baby. Hey, it's a new ever in hip hop, man. Conscious 2.0. I said 2.0 before, but we at 4 or 5.0 at this point, man. Shit, this ain't never been done before. Oh yeah, Donald Trump, we watching. Fuck boys. You look foolish, man.
But if there ain't no justice, ain't no fucking peace, nigga. Better get your peace, nigga. When you in them streets, nigga, don't be a deceased, nigga. A young mom only child, leave it the least, nigga. Or eager to peace, nigga. It's more easy to peace, nigga. They telling me preach.
Stuff you're talking about, I lived through some of that stuff. Have you heard of Willie Lynch? Willie Lynch says,
everybody needs to read.
You will conquer us if you keep us divided. So how are you going to unite to get this going?
See, my thing is,
because right now I think you might be a little bit too heavy Everybody might not be.
No, we need that. It's
Not
too late.
heavy.
We need heaven because we've been too light for too long. We've been too light for too long. Well, black power is black power, but if we're all equal. No, man. If we don't, okay, I'm too heavy, right? Martial law will be here by September. I guarantee you. And y'all don't wish y'all listen. When they like FEMA camp for you, FEMA camp for you, FEMA camp for you, Miss Righteous, FEMA camp for you, FEMA camp for you. And there's nothing wrong with it. I see your divinity, but you gotta understand that white man don't care about that. He don't care about you not littering and eating vegetables and being so spiritual. You're going to the FEMA camp. Say it like that. You're going. Whether you're.
How are you gonna build that unity? This is
No, it's not about, my thing is this, it's not about building the unity. It's about convincing our people to allow people like me to do my job. Because black people distract. If I go outside right now, get some goons, and be like, yo, we strapped, we protecting the block. It's gonna be black people who be like, y'all crazy, y'all radical, and call the police. So it's about letting black people know, you can be righteous, but let me be the warrior I am. Everybody's not a samurai. Some people just make the sword. So if you make the sword, yeah, if you making the sword, don't judge me, but I can't get with you, queen.
All right, so we got the homie Young Pharaoh in the building. And shout out to Quanice Jones for having us in there. You know what I mean? Building.
Come here, Quanice.
No doubt. You know what I mean? The queen over here had us out building up here in Hartford CT and all of that. So I'm catching up with the homie Young Pharaoh. Few questions to ask you based off of what was just talked about in there. First off, I want to start with tell the people where you. I know a lot of people know about you, but tell the people where you from and how did you get on your route towards consciousness? Like,
that's right. I'm from Buffalo, New York. When we dealing with geographical land locations. In my route towards consciousness, truthfully, I say this all the time, I kind of always been conscious. I never was able to be mentally infiltrated with the Jesus composition. As a kid, people would tell me stories. It sounded like fallacy. I never allowed it. So I was kind of what you would call a hardhead. So basically, just as a child, I just always protected myself internally until I grew up and got to a certain age when I was able to seek knowledge for myself and express myself. So I always just knew the truth as a kid. It's just I had to keep that shit to myself so I could stop getting whoopings. I got a lot of whoopings asking some valid questions. So I had to keep it to myself till I got a certain age. And then once I got about 14, 15, maybe even 13, I want to say I started researching, reading books. I started reading books early on my own, and I grew into who I am today.
I dig that, because you was definitely dropping some heavy knowledge in there. All right, last question. What are 2 or 3 of the top things you think the revolutionaries need to focus on in terms of usurping the white supremacist status?
All right, when we dealing with revolutionaries, I'm gonna say people like me and you, because we know everybody in them, as Farrakhan
like
and Jesse Jackson, they faking. So people like me and you, what we need to focus on is linking with like minds, because those who act like they don't see color don't see the whole picture. You see, if you was in a jungle and people say I don't see black and white, I don't see color. Well, if you was colorblind and you was in a jungle, you would never know what fruit not to eat because it's poisonous, because your ass don't see color. So it is through color that nature lets you know what's bad for you. Yeah. Because if you didn't see color, you would never know you was walking into Alaska and was about to freeze to death with your silly ass. So stop making yourself colorblind because you scared to face the problem. Right. So with that being said, people like me and you, we need to link with like minds, build a community, and just hold our community down. That's all we can do. Because our people is not going to support us because they too busy loving J's, they too busy loving weed, they too busy loving hip-hop, fucking Empire, BET Awards, that they don't see the injusticeness, or they don't see that we have been globally infiltrated. So my advice to real black people like me and you is to come together, bring our women together, our children together, love each other respectfully, not just intellectually, but righteously. You don't got to be a goddamn scholar to be conscious. You got to be righteous. So that being said, we need to build a righteous community, and anybody that's not righteous needs to be kept on the outskirts by any means necessary. If you come in this motherfucker selling drugs, raping, womanizing, beating, you bring the Caucasian in our community, we're gonna down you, straight like that. Ain't no talking to you, and we gonna hold it down righteous. That's the best advice I can give you. Because if I tell you to go out and be a martyr, it will be in vain. And stop acting colorblind. Because like I said, imagine if you really couldn't see color. You wouldn't know how to live. It is through color that nature tells you what's good for you. Right. So Act like you don't know the color white ain't bad for you. Act like you don't know snow is white. And when snow comes, summer leaves, all life and vegetation stops. Act like you don't know parasites and maggots is white. And when they come, they kill you from the inside out. Act like you don't know the white man, every time he jumped off the boat in a foreign land, at least 85% of the people that was there before him become eradicated. Act like you don't know the color white reflects light. Act like you don't know that sunlight actually gives you intelligence, and by the white man just being white, he's actually reflecting and rejecting the intelligence from the creator. So how you gonna be friends with a motherfucker who biologically denies the cosmos? You sound silly. So righteous people who willing to stand on what we know as righteousness for the universe, we need to come together and just keep everybody out, like how Buddhist monks do. See, Buddhist monks don't go into the world fighting problems. They just step outside of the world and make sure the world don't come up in they shit. That's what we need to do. We need to create a sanctuary for righteous people to live and get your ass up out of here if you're not righteous, or we gonna down you. Straight like that.
Say no more, sounding out.
Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. Let's try this again. Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore, let me hear y'all OD. What I'm talking about. It's Blizzy Black, the soul of Kizzy's back. We done flipped the script when history brought it back. Mamas gave slavery, others lack bravery. We've been outcast like Suge Avery. The dumb think the smart ain't intelligent. Fuck the dumb is irrelevant.
Styling on them, Blake Ave, East New York, Brooklyn. It's Top Black Queen Blizzy, word. It's the infinite ground. Black cycles. Team side, set aside. I rep both my heritage, word. Yeah. It's the perfect combination. Styling on them, the remix featuring Mr. Cheeks. That's the only joint, the only song.
Yeah, that shit fire.
In this summer.
That shit fire.
You got your shades. We got the first edition popping. Black with the splash of yellow. About to drop the next color, but you really not gonna be an official styling on them if you ain't get the first classics. Word.
Right.
You gotta have that.
This that one y'all been waiting for. Like a modern day classic. It's Blizzy. Adidas kicks, straight backs. Gold fronts, the vibe, we bring it back. It's get fresh, but be you. We don't need frost to fake, we see through. And we styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them. Hands up, we styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them.
Hey yo, you can rap about the drugs and killing, but I rap about how I be chilling. With the foodies making moves out of state, and Corsi's getting cheese, don't hate. 20 years in the game, still going, and I'm spit them balls still flowing. You know me, man, my shit don't stop. Well, they gave me the mic, cause my shit gon' pop. Oh, go get it, I'm gon' get it. I'm a low budget baller, I'm always with it. Dice in the hand, more money on that. Niggas get lit, well, we get trapped. We back in the building, our shit gon' rock. Rep yo block and my block, I love hip-hop. Same nigga that I've been from the day I came. Still styling on these niggas, man, you know my name.
No daddy kicks, straight backs. Gold fronts, the vibe, we bring it back. It's get fresh, but be you. We don't need frost to fake, we see through. Got the shades poppin', styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them. Got yours, we styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them. It's Ty Blizzy on the scene. Listen, watch me do my thing. And I just got clean, feeling like the hot boys when they made bling bling. I've been styling on them, ran it so long, blew the mileage on them. I'm just feeling the whole vibe. This like the time that you go live. Smooth like yer, this winter, brought out first. Cause my mom's gotta see me do it. If I don't, I'ma feel like I blew it. What up, sis? Smooth like yer, this summer, bought the braids back. Bought it back, cause I'm feeling like I gotta set it off. But I'm 10 times Cleo when I let it off. Adidas kicks, straight backs. Gold fronts, the vibe, we bring it back. It's get fresh, but be you. We don't need frost to fake, we see through. And we styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them, yo. We styling on them. Hands up if you styling on them. Salute, Lost Boys. Mr. Cheek intro. Buddy fighting
it's a thin line between what you should pay for and what you shouldn't know.
Mad scientists, angry with reality. We painted pictures that ain't made it to the galleries.
We're uniting the families. So we've united Legacy Garner with Kyla Gurley, being that they went through similar situations with their dads being murdered by the NYPD.
Can I get a drum roll, please? A fucking encore. Let me hear your OD. Brooklyn!
She was riding away from in the car, and then she crashed, and they was getting her out of the car, but she was unarmed like that. So we just basically wanted to give an introduction to the whole Black Lives Matters, because Black Lives Matters is not only about when people are murdered. In response to Raven Simone's statement that she doesn't like labels, she doesn't want to be labeled anything, particularly African American and gay. But she does want to be called American, which is also a label. So there's some contradiction there. Clearly, she doesn't want to be associated with African American and gay because those are labels that are looked down on, you know? What I would suggest to her is to gain knowledge, because just from her statement having contradiction, and it shows that she doesn't keep herself knowledgeable. Study your history, study your roots, and you would not want to disassociate yourself with this. If you were to tap into your roots, you were to know the greatness and strength that you come from, and how more rich and wealthy you would be in soul. Your pocket money means nothing if you're broken in soul. Right now, you're broken. So go ahead and gain knowledge. What you're suffering from is self-hatred. Also in response to Little Boozy saying that the worst race is the black race, you also suffer from self-hatred. You suffer from a lack of higher knowledge. If you were to do your research, you would know that the worst race is the one that has raped every country. That's not us. You would know that the reason why many of us are in a low condition is from the worst race. So go ahead and do your knowledge. And we want to thank you guys for being honest and stepping forward, because we know that self-hatred exists, but if we're quiet, we won't know who to diagnose it with. So now we know to add you to the category. And also to Raven, your sassy black attitude is what made the people fall in love with you in the first place. So respect your own and be yourself. Who taught you to hate yourself?
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleed to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate your balance from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own time?
There's cameras in the cable box, I just thought you should know. They've been watching your whole life like the Truman Show. You got knocked, they ain't snitch, find a way to recoup. As a people, Bondage ain't nothing new. He ain't been around when you need him, you dislike him. Yet you was flesh in his blood, you just like him. She in search of the love from her dad, seeking other men for the love that he had. Your feet ain't been nailed to the ground, why to stand still? Moms can't get it to budge, but the bands with my peoples take to the lighter skin tone. Push the darker ones back, what the fuck is y'all on? Everybody wanna be us, y'all don't. All the women wearing their hair, y'all won't. Fuck Willie Lynch, nigga Lynch that shit. Be yourself if you really that bitch. Men to go back and forth, no violence and plans, but a woman speak out and he raising his hands. Women dating women now, they don't like it. These men ain't been around for the women, so don't knock it. You got your gangbangers that'll shoot a nigga down, but be quiet as a mouse when the cops come around. Real G's don't stay in the box, they take over. Look around, you in the box, they stand over. Good come to those who wait, the gift and the curse. This the waters doesn't quench my immediate thirst, so pour it out, a pitcher full of blessings. Swallowing the truth, got a mouth full of blessings. Allow you to be taught, don't allow you to be bought. Branded and sold, here's some answers I feel you need to know enough.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleed to get like the white man?
Why is that dog ugly?
Because he's black.
Peace, everyone. Welcome to the Baruti Libre Show, and I'm your host, Baruti Libre Kafele. My topic for the Baruti Libre Show is entitled this: We are all intelligent. I repeat, we are all intelligent. A lot of the behavior of humanity may be frivolous. A lot of the behavior may be evil. A lot of the behavior may be inimical towards the greater good, or should I say the progress within humanity. A lot of the behavior may be mischievous, ignominious, stupid, but believe it or not, we are all intelligent. Now I say this in reference to the multiple intelligence theory by someone by the name of Howard Gardner, who coined it in 1983, who was a Harvard scholar, and he created something called the multiple intelligence theory. Now with the multiple intelligence theory, there are multiple intelligences. There's musical intelligence, people that are dexterous when it comes to musically creating something or curating something musically, creating a tonality which is rhythmic, or creating a tonality which invigorates or entertains us. That's an intelligence, believe it or not. There's interpersonal intelligence, being communicative, eloquently conveying your point so that the other person can apprehend or understand what you're saying, making sure that the receiver of the information is perspicacious of what you're saying, making sure that they have an understanding, that they could grasp the concepts, grasp the paradigm, or grasp, in essence, what you're saying. And also, there's spacious intelligence. With spacious intelligence, in essence, people that are visual artists. People that, and visual artists are, in essence, people that are metaphorical. They create their own universe in a tangible way through a painting or whatever the case may be, their interpretation of something, and that galvanizes or impresses the people. And also people may have their own interpretation of what that may be. That's intelligence as well, because not everyone could draw, not everyone or anyone could paint something or do anything of that nature. That's a form of intelligence. Additionally, there's kinesthetic intelligence. People that could dance, people that are involved with choreography, people that are involved with gymnastics. In essence, for example, there are Olympic Games every 4 years in which you can win gold, silver, or bronze medals because of your kinesthetic intelligence. And also there's intrapersonal intelligence, which is in essence having an intuitive sense of what's going on around you within the cosmos or interpersonally as you're interacting within society among different groups of people. Intrapersonal intelligence is very important, knowing who you are, self-actualization, knowing which role you play among a different group of people. That's an intelligence as well. Additionally, there's linguistic intelligence, because there are people that speak multiple languages. And also within a heterogeneous, and should I say a diverse society, a diverse global society due to globalization, which is the connectivity and integration of various groups of people politically, ecologically, digitally, economically, whatever the case may be, you need to be dexterous linguistically. And there are people that are born or innate with that skill, or people that develop that skill just through living, through hard work, through dedication, through discipline, or whatever the case may be. And additionally, there's logical and mathematical intelligence, people that are analytically minded, that are able to solve problems, whether we talk about within a mathematical class or solve an algebraic expression, a geometric expression, solve a trigonometric expression, or whatever the case may be. They could solve problems within that class, but then again, be able to solve problems analytically and efficiently within the society. And also there's natural intelligence, in which someone is innately intelligent, in which we're all innately intelligent, but some have some innate skills more so than others, even while others had to develop that just through living. Now, there are various forms of intelligences, and I just want to let you all know that don't let anyone stop you, don't let anyone impede you from progress, and don't let anyone verbal pessimism stop you from achieving what you had to achieve. You need to find what you're good at and empower that, or if you have something that you're interested in that you're not good at, work on empowering that, and don't let no one stop you. So in the meantime, this is my motivation for you from me, Baruti Libre, and may you all have a great day. Be intelligent, people. Salute.